Once you've filled out this shipping information form, you can move over to the ordered items form, and you've got your blank purchase order with your subject line. Simply start adding the parts that you want to add to the order. From here, it pulls in the fixed cost from inventory based upon the top or the number one alternate part. You can choose from the other alternate parts in the inventory program if you're purchasing from a different vendor. If you select the different vendor, it will automatically change the cost price to the vendor that you're selecting. Select your reason that you're ordering the product, and the reason ordered defaults to stock, but you can change it to sold, special order, or missing parts. So if you're ordering a part for something that's missing out of a box in stock, you would select the missing parts as the reason. The vendor memo will transfer from the purchase order section here to the actual printed purchase order for the vendor, and it will carry to the receiving order. This comes in handy if you need to give the vendor specific information that they can substitute one item for another, or color choices for spas if you're ordering a spa, the particular colors that you need it in. The in-house memo field transfers from this purchase order to the receiving order, but will not show on the vendor's printed memo or printed purchase order, and that way the receiver, whenever they're checking their merchandise in, can see what they need to do with the product. So it would have you would put here the customer's name, possibly the transaction number, and any other information, maybe the location of the box that's in the stock room that needs the part to go into. So the in-house memo transfers to the receiving screen. Now to get out of these larger text boxes, simply hit the Tab key and it takes you to the next field. If you go in, and once you add your part number to the order, it goes straight over to the number per case. It defaults over there, the cursor, so that you can just start adding quickly to the purchase order. So you don't, because you possibly don't always have to you're not always putting a vendor memo or an in-house memo in. Now once we come over to the cost, if we're paying different for this product than what the fixed cost in inventory is because we've got a special buy, we can change the cost price on this order for just this one time. But if we know we've experienced a price increase and we've got to change the cost of the item to the new prices, you can simply change the cost price here for the purchase order, but also fix your inventory at the same time. So select the Update Inventory Cost button, and it will automatically open you up in the Modify mode. It will automatically insert the cost price of the product, the new cost price, in, and now you have the choice to come down here and change your retail price. So if you select to adjust the retail price, it will use the old margin or markup and adjust the price. You can also go here and adjust the price and then change the markup or margin as well. You don't have to change the retail price. This just gives you the option to do it. When you save this, as you quit out of the screen to go back over to the purchase order, it gives you the option to send an interoffice email to your staff to let your entire staff know that we've had a retail price change. You will not get this prompt if you've only changed the cost price and you've not touched the retail price. So yeah, we want to inform our staff that we had a price change. They all got an interoffice email at this point. The items per case, if this is incorrect and you happen to catch that it's incorrect at the time that you do the purchase order, you can change the items per case and it will give you an Update Inventory Case button. When you click on that button, it will change and fix it in inventory. Now it won't take you there because that's just a one-liner change and you're not making a decision like with the cost changing, you're making a decision on retail changes also. So this fixed your inventory for you because you caught something that was incorrect. So how many cases of this do we want to order for our purchase order? Well, let's just say here we want to order a dozen cases. It automatically will calculate for you that you're ordering 120 items. While you're trying to decide what you're ordering, how many cases to order, you can look here to see that you have 214 of them on hand already, 2 of them are committed on sales orders. It will tell you how many you already have on another purchase order, how many are on back order, and how many are in your returned goods holding bin that have not been processed or put back on the shelves or returned to vendor or such as of yet. You can also see if you have multiple warehouses or multiple locations. You can click the plus sign at the total on hand and you can see how many you have at all of your locations. And simply select continue and it adds the part number to your order. Another easy way to do purchase orders, or quick and easy way, is to select your inventory button, do your search by category, vendor, and you can simply say pluck that one, and you'll notice that it's adding over to this side everything that we're plucking off. So this makes it a little bit easier for me than having to remember part numbers and such. I hit the quit button and it throws them all over here. Now keep in mind it's only putting one case on. So if you're only ordering one case or one of each, that makes it easy for you. But here now all I have to do is the ones that I want to order more than one of, it opens right up, number per case. I can see what I got going on here and hit continue. Another way that I can do this, if I'm not concerning myself with looking at every single cost price or looking at every single quantity in stock because I know what I need to place my orders for, I can simply come right here and create my quantities right down the line. Now you'll notice as we're changing our quantities, it's adding to the total cost at the bottom of the screen. So you can always see what your purchase order is building up to. When we're finished with our order, we hit the save and quit button. Here's our order, highlight it. We can look at it at this point, or we can simply send it over to the purchase order section of the sent purchase order section. Here we go, and print our purchase order with our prices, and we can print that off to send to our vendor.